Welcome to Stock Option Counsel. I'm Mary Russell. I'm an attorney and I counsel individuals on their stock options and other equity compensation. I often work with individuals on the question of joining a startup, how much equity would be fair in this role for this individual at this company. I did an interview with Boris Epstein, the co-founder and CEO of Bink Search, and he had some awesome insights about the factors that a company looks to decide what would be the right compensation for an individual. His points were that they look to market compensation, sort of what's being offered by other companies for this type of position and this type of talent. Second would be the individual's past compensation, what have they earned elsewhere. Third would be peer comp, sort of leveling or internal equity within this company for similar levels, what's been the compensation offers. And fourth is desired compensation. What does this person have in mind for what they want to be paid in this position? So I love the perspective that he offers of how a company thinks about these things. So I'm going to talk for a few minutes about how these apply for equity compensation or how many stock options make sense at an offer at a company. So the first is market compensation, sort of what are other companies offering? And the key there for equity is at a very early stage startup, the way you define market for an equity offer is percentage ownership. What percentage are other similar startups offering for talent at this stage of a company? Maybe just after their seed financing, just after their Series A. Those are the times when percentage is a relevant point for market. As you get a little further along and the company has a value that's been set by investors that's somewhat meaningful when thinking about what the shares are worth, then it's more dollar value. That's how you think about what people are paying on the market in terms of equity. The second point is past compensation. This is a little bit controversial because it's now illegal in some cities to ask for the company to ask for your past compensation. This is a corrective measure that's supposed to inspire more pay equity within companies. But when you're thinking about your past compensation, you're allowed to share it with the company. So if you have a significant equity package that you're giving up if you're leaving a company, that's certainly something you would want to communicate in a way that's meaningful for the company when you're negotiating your compensation. The third is peer comp, and this is within the company, what are other similarly leveled individuals being paid in terms of cash and equity compensation? This is where I see the most room for improvement when it comes to equity offers. When the offer that's made to an individual is misleveled or the individual is classified with a group that's being paid less than what would be appropriate for the role that they're going to fill. For example, I always think about attorneys because I'm an attorney. So you might see someone who's offered a staff attorney position when they're actually going to be filling the general counsel position. So you could see how the leveling and therefore the compensation offer would be off. So part of the compensation negotiation is also selling what the person has to offer and what they're going to bring to the company and their seniority and their level of leadership within the company. So that person can then be bucketed or leveled with executives instead of with an employee or staff level. And fourth, desired compensation. What do you want to get paid or how much equity do you want to receive at this company? I sometimes work with people on this because they have an idea that if they have this equity offer at this company, they want to make sure that they have the potential of a certain dollar value outcome. And of course, it's a startup. You never know what the final outcome will be on the equity, but they want to know if it is a home run, am I going to be in the seven figures for an outcome? So we can walk backwards from what does a home run look like for a company like this, total exit value, and thinking about realistic scenarios for what dilution might come between the grant date and the exit. Is it realistic that this offer might end up with the desired final upside outcome? So again, I'm Mary Russell. I counsel individuals on their equity offers. I work with people on the question of how much is fair for this position and also the fine print and the tax structuring of the legal documents. I'd be happy to hear from you at stockoptioncounsel.com. Thank you.